Hey, I'm Paul Scheer.
Hey, I'm Rob Hubel.
This is the dark web, and Rob, I just found out that a fake Elon Musk has been texting my mom.
That sounds pretty on brand for your mom.
So I see Elon_Musk 1331 saying, I will send $20,000 to a random person that reacts to this.
That seems totally believable.
Totally believable, right? And then check this out. I look, and that's my mom. I blanked out her name there on Threads, and she goes, what does that mean for you? For me, it means that giving that money to one of my employees who lost her home. And I look further. He posts this picture of him and his kid. I think that's his kid.
Could be you.
Could be. And then my mom writes, hello, sweet pea.
Wow, she is forming a relationship. That's so nice.
You think that my mom is flirting with Elon Musk.
Well,
and
let me ask you this. Have you talked to your mom about this? Have you confronted her?
I did confront my mom about Elon Musk. And I said, Mom, don't communicate with that Elon Musk. It's like, it's a scam. And then she waited 12 hours and wrote back, K.
Wow, she was really upset.
Pissed off that I
Because she thought
her.
that she was also friends with the richest asshole in the world.
My mom's on some sort of AI community where she's probably having graphic virtual sex.
She may have a
Elon.
whole second life, yeah.
All right, Rob, while we're talking about tech, we're God bros, we're Bible bros, but this is the ultimate for the God bro in your life.
Man, can't wait. They sell this at Home Depot?
I have a feeling that whoever made this...
Psalm chapter 18, verse 2. My Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge.
I just don't know why this would be practical unless it's listening to any interaction that you have and then like...
That's where the money is. The
Yes.
money is in the shaming and the like redirecting behavior. You know, like if you're trying to not drink or trying to not cheat on your spouse, you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Bible watch, what do I do? You know,
or if it's like a mood ring that like, you know, it tells you you're going to hell, you're not going to hell. Like, they kind of like, it gives
that's
you
a great idea.
It lets you see it.
There should be some sort of haptic feature too, where like it shocks you, you know, like when you're sinning, like
Yes, if they
knows.
catch you jerking off, like,
anything, lusting or
if you have the thought of
the
lust,
thought, it just zaps you.
oh my gosh! All right, so Bible Watch, get it at Home Depot's, but you know I know that home security is important to you.
It's man, you know me.
But it's like cameras aren't going to help us because cameras just show you what's going on.
Yeah.
I got a new system that I think you're going to like. Here, check this out. This is true home security.
Remember when home security meant grabbing a bat and hoping for the best? Well, those days are over. With Sublethal, you don't even have to get off the couch.
Okay.
Sublethal, the remote-controlled defense system that fires solid paintball bullets at intruders.
What?
Home with a press of a button, because who needs to break a sweat when you can let technology do the talking? Sublethal, security at your fingertips.
I mean, look at the accuracy. Like, you have an app that is able to like zoom in.
This guy's asshole is going to get blasted by paintballs.
By the way, a bold carjacker in your driveway.
In your driveway, jacking your car.
By the way, I bet you the reason why they have to show it in the driveway is because you cannot be shooting people in the street.
I don't even know if on your property this is legal.
I guess you can shoot if you're on property. I mean, that's like a stand your ground law, right?
I'm not a lawyer. Are you a lawyer?
Technically, I'm not a lawyer.
Technically, I'm not. I'm this close to being a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer. I've seen the show Suits. I've seen Suits a million times.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love Suits. Suits LA.
LA Law.
Oh man, Suits LA.
Law and Order. Law and Order. SVU. Yeah, this would be very close to being illegal, I think, in a lot of states. But it is a great device to use on your kids. If your kids are like slacking off, if they're going, you tell them to go rake the leaves or mow the grass, and they're kind of slacking off, you just fire it at them.
Well, you see, you think of it like that. I'm a much more loving father. I put candy in it for kids' birthday parties, and it's like a piñata from this guy. It shoots a Jolly Rancher in the kids' faces.
Halloween, you make it into a giant scarecrow.
Just sitting there with your remote control, firing.
Open your bag.
Oh, well, like your kid comes home with a big welt on his face. Like, what happened? I got hit by a Snickers at the Hubels. We love experts.
I don't know what I'm doing, and I need people on the dark web to tell me how to do stuff.
I don't even go to doctors anymore because These people know how to live life.
Anyone on the internet that's giving out advice is legit and they're an expert and they know better than I do. Paul, you probably waste a lot of your own waste. You probably flush it down the toilet like an idiot. I found a better way to deal with your pee-pee.
All right, let's check it out.
One of my breathwork coaches turned me onto it. He cured himself from testicular cancer with urine therapy. He looped his urine for 3 weeks.
What's that mean, looped it?
Just drinking your urine and just looping it.
You don't drink water or anything else, you just drink urine?
Correct. You could probably have water if you need it.
Sort of like a urine fast.
7 days. And so he challenged me to that, and I did that. I put it up on my YouTube channel. And he also taught me about aged urine and aged urine enemas.
Now you need to shove it up your ass?
But that's where the stem cells are going to get activated, because there's your mucous membranes that's going to go right into the body.
Whoa.
What, Paul, you can't have any questions about that. What are your questions?
First of all, he had testicular cancer and went away in 3 weeks?
Because he did an aged urine enema. That's science. Everybody knows that.
Is like urine like wine? What is going on?
Everybody knows this, okay? Where are your mucous membranes? In your butthole. I don't know what the benefits of this
But how's
are.
it been working out for you?
It's been working. Well, I've had some interesting reactions. I'll say, I'm still doing it.
Sure.
I'm up to about a gallon of my pee every day.
Wait, so you're
and that's all I drink.
just your pee?
Just my pee. I'm looping it constantly. I have gotten very, very sick. Very sick. There's no nutritional value. It's pretty much like drinking ammonia, but this guy said it works, so I'm going to stick with it.
All I'm going to say is this. I made the mistake of going on an asparagus fast and urine looping treatment. It's really been rough for me.
The stinkiest guy.
But the healthiest I've ever been.
But this guy, also, I don't know who this guy is. I got to look him up. But
any guy with a beard is...
Any guy with a beard. But seemingly fit, handsome, buff dude, good looking face and skin, and he's pushing this, come on, man, my parents are gonna start drinking their piss.
Ladies, also, get with the urine looping, man.
Yeah, what are you gonna do if this is your boyfriend? You're like, honey, I'm not gonna kiss you right now while you're drinking your own piss.
Before we go into this birthday party, Dan, just don't bring up the urine looping, please.
Dan, please talk about something else, because all you talk about is drinking your own piss. And this is a kid's birthday party.
Just be cool, man.
You guys know that we're big into self-help. We want to be able to help ourselves.
Yes.
We found some people on the dark web that are doing things every day and recording it in an effort to improve their lives. So we're going to show you a few clips. You tell us which ones you want us to do. Leave a comment below and we'll go out and do one of these things.
And watch this first one called Human Bird Feeder. Okay. She's loading up her face with birdseed in a ghillie suit. Oh my God.
Very homemade ghillie suit.
How many hours did this take?
This took days. Days and days.
Oh, okay. That's number one. Human bird feeder. Okay? This is my favorite. I've been dying to show you this for about a month.
Can't wait.
I'm going to have, once I'm in a ready position, I'm sitting here shopping, I'm going to have him clap his hands. I'm not going to be able to see that and see how long does it take before I hear a random noise before I'll be able to strike Bob.
All right.
That's really fast.
Fu.
Wow.
I mean, this guy's in Fort Lauderdale and he is beating the shit out of a lot of the people who are just trying to help him. Sir, do you need help? Oh God, I was just pulling the soup down.
Amazon driver.
All
But
right.
I mean, unfortunately, I would say not many of his customers are internet savvy enough to find him on YouTube.
But here's the thing. If you say that we should do it, I will buy his program. We'll buy his program and we will train
I would
cane Fu.
happily do that.
Now, here is the one that I love. This guy I've been obsessed with on TikTok.
Okay. He doesn't see the camera right in front of him.
Well, this is the tricky part. Is it feels like it might, maybe it is, but
hey, man, I'm just going to stand here and film you as the.
I do think. But then I watch it a handful of times because this is what he does. Like he only does these types of pranks.
There's just a random. Have you ever walked by a building and just seen a random air duct that leads underground?
You never know.
Like there's just an industrial clothes dryer on the other side of that.
Look, here's the thing. I think that if this is planned, I think the acting on this gentleman is very good because when you watch him, right? I mean, it's a very empty street. Yeah,
No,
you're right.
Paul.
Maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
Paul. He's like, you have been hoodwinked, but some potential here.
So if you like any of those, tell us which one we'll do: bird feeder, cane foo, or
Street prank.
duct man.
Yeah. So we would do that specific prank. Go and fuck with people,
I don't want to do that one.
and just hope that we don't get beat up with a cane.
I don't know if I can fit in a duct.
We could find some bigger ducks for you.
All right. Back when I was growing up, what I hated about being homesick was that my mom, we would watch soap operas.
Yeah.
It wasn't as
Which
much-
ones did your mom watch?
General Hospital is a big one.
Oh, that's a big one.
And All My Children. But do you remember Passions?
I do remember Passions.
All right. Passions was like a supernatural soap opera.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten how crazy it was. And I just found this clip online and I was like, just a chance to revisit Passions.
Just a little bit more. And she's a goner, Timmy. Pull harder.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, that woman's stuck in a bowl. That's a witch
That is
stuck
not
in a bowl.
That is not what I thought was happening.
She is reaching through some sort of a portal.
Oh, thank God. Thank God you explained that. I had no idea what was going on and I was worried. That's the other end of the portal?
It's Grace from next door. Are you home?
No way is Grace Bennett going to stop me now. Pull, pull,
She's
Timmy.
drowning her.
Tabitha, are you in there?
Oh,
Good.
Those are a man's hands on the other side of that.
Our sweet little next door neighbor has gone back to her gingerbread house.
I would love to be the next door neighbor.
Tabitha?
oh. Wait, he had that much force on her? He was holding.
He was
strong.
the anchor as soon as he let go. She had to let go of the other side.
How do you explain that?
Can you imagine how much fun it would be as an actor on this show? Like you go to work. I'm sure you don't get the script until like the day of,
Sure.
probably. Just the way these things are written, you know, they're cranking it out. And you read the scene, you're like, okay, so then the witch is going to reach through the sink all the way through to the other side and drown this woman. Great. Let's do it. Let's shoot.
And I just can't get enough of Passions. So here's another clip.
Is Passions still on?
No.
Okay.
Passions is not on, but maybe we should figure out a way to bring it back because the show ruled.
I would love to.
Grace is going to regret it if she goes up against old Tabitha. Isn't that right, Timmy? I said, isn't that right, Timmy? Timmy!
Yes. Ooh, how do they do any of this?
Wait a second.
Right, Tabitha. We're going to win. We're going to win. Poor Grace. Poor Grace.
That's an Amy Sedaris character.
Whoa, wait, so Timmy's a doll that's come to life?
We may have to go on the dark web and get all of the episodes from Passions, which is where it lives. It's only on the dark web.
Only on the dark web. I mean, this and Kid Nation are two shows that you can only be found there. Would you like to play a game?
I love games.
All right, great. So this game is called Name That Apartment Building, and that's what we're going to do.
I mean, that is a thing. Apartment buildings are really trying to brand themselves, make it seem like a fun, exclusive place that you want to come home to.
All right, now, Wes, tell us, how does the scoring work?
Okay, so you are going to get 1 point for the correct apartment name.
Okay.
And you will get 1 bonus point if you can tell me where the building is located. You will see a wide shot of the building.
Okay.
Then you'll see some details.
All right, let's take a look.
And actually, just to help you out a little bit more, I'm going to give you the slogan for each apartment building.
Oh, yes.
okay. That's what you need. Okay, great.
That's what I need to know.
Okay, so for this first one, the slogan is experiences outside your doorstep.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
so inviting.
I like this.
I
Obviously,
need another clue.
All right, here we go. Check this out.
Give me a clue. Whoa, this place looks nice.
All right, I have a strong feeling about it.
Okay. You got a name?
I got a name. I'm going to say this building is called the Odyssey, and it's in Sacramento.
I'm gonna go with something a little more industrial sounding, but also inviting. I'm gonna call it the Brickyard.
Ooh.
And I bet it's in Austin, Texas.
All right. Lock it in. What do we got?
What the?
Mark at the Crabtree.
Mark at the Crabtree?
Mark.
It's not even it's Mark at Crabtree.
Mark at Crabtree.
If anyone lives at Mark at Crabtree, please hit us up in Raleigh.
I would never have gotten that though. That's
Wes,
impossible.
this is really hard.
Unfortunately, it's 0-0 right now.
Wes, it's going to be 0-0 for like every fucking time we play
might
this.
have to get like a point just for creativity.
No one is going to get the actual name and location of
If we
this.
get one, it would be so
It would be a
fulfilling.
miracle.
All right, here's the next
here
one.
we go. Whoa.
Okay, the slogan
700.
here is your happiness is what matters.
That sounds a little bit like a cult. Which
700
also,
is big.
if you are going to start a cult, this is a great way to do it. You know, you don't tell people.
You make them move in.
They move in under the guise that, you know, it's just a cool apartment community.
Yeah.
And then slowly you start introducing the cult stuff.
I like it.
The
Like,
blood rituals.
you have like pizza parties, and then all of a sudden you have a lecture series, and then all of a
and
sudden
then say, hey,
you
we're going to do
slaughtering
some
a pig.
group yoga and some breath work. And then we're going to like loop our own urine. And then the next thing you know, you're drinking each other's blood. And then it, you know, heightens into like a blood oath.
I don't like this place. I don't like it. I'm saying this is in Hollywood, California.
Wow.
And I'm calling this Starlight.
Okay, I'm going to call this Touchstone.
Ooh.
Touchstone. And I think this is in Palm Springs.
All right, here we go. We have it as Citra
Whoa.
in Burbank. Close.
Not
Close
far away. You
for
were the
me.
closest.
But Citra.
Citra.
All right, next one. All right, this is very industrial.
So hard.
All right.
Come on.
The slogan for this one is settle in, venture out.
Okay.
All right, a lot of these places are telling me to get out of the apartment.
That's
I mean,
always a warning.
Yeah, it's like
You know,
it's like your happiness awaits outside. I got it.
Okay.
Enterprise in Seattle.
I'm going to say this is called Heathcliff Haven.
Ooh.
And this is in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Ooh, okay. The answer is the Julie.
Oh, look how close I was.
Whoa.
Wes.
Whoa.
Come on.
I think
I have to get a point for that.
You got to get a point for that, I think.
Wow. The Juliet.
What?
That was
The Twin Cities, and I got one of the twins.
that was
The Juliet.
That was
my
the
next
most
guess.
fulfilling thing that's ever happened.
I mean, that makes me think I might be psychic.
We're getting better.
What the?
Now this.
This is not even fancy. Like, I thought
That's-
these were going to be new,
Well, the slogan,
gorgeous, like,
Yeah, the slogan is lifestyle of your dreams.
whose?
No.
Whose
That's
dreams?
not that is not a dream building place.
These people are kidding themselves. And this is on their website, just the...
Yep.
Wow. All right. This feels like a retirement community.
Yeah, this is for old people that are just about to die.
Oh. All right. I have a thought.
Okay.
I'm always making a bold thought. I'm calling it the Haven.
The
And I'm
Haven.
saying it's in Louisiana.
Well, that's a state. You have to be more
Okay,
specific.
Shreveport.
The Haven in Shreveport, Louisiana. Shadow Bridge. Shadow Bridge in Reno, Nevada.
That's interesting. Shadow Bridge is good.
By the way, if you live in this place, no offense for us shitting on your apartment complex.
Hold on. Seasons in Wooddale and Louisiana. Do I get a? Wait.
We got to see how far is Monroe from Shreveport.
I think that doesn't make a difference.
No,
it doesn't make a difference.
We got to see if it's like way far away.
You got a Twin City.
Minneapolis and St. Paul are like the next to
that
each other.
That doesn't make a difference. We are in. I am in a close.
Paul, do we have some sort of gift?
I did it too.
Do we have a gift?
We're
Seasons and wood ale.
Monroe,
I don't know
Louisiana.
what wood ale. I've never said the term
Wes,
wood ale.
were you freaking out when I said Louisiana?
I couldn't believe it. 115 miles between your guess and the actual place.
Oh my God.
That's
you
pretty
got a
close.
point. You got
I got a point for that.
All right, 1-1.
Paul, Paul, maybe the police, if there are any police departments that are trying they need psychic people to help them solve crimes and locate dead bodies, reach out to us. We're not
pretty
quite there where we can go into business full time doing this, but we're on the cusp.
We're right there. We're that guy on TikTok who goes send me a picture of where you are and I'll tell you where. You ever see that guy? It's a picture of a guy in a sitcom. He's like, where am I? And the guy's like, you're in Detroit. All right, here we go. Last one. This could either break the tie or we go into our first competition tie.
How are you feeling mentally?
I mean, mentally, I'm exhausted. This took a lot out.
Sometimes when you're really trying to absorb the information that's coming to you, because I'm seeing so many different things. I'm seeing severed fingers and clues, like a wedding ring.
I'm ignoring the cry of the kidnapped child to be like, where am I? Where am I?
Just try to solve this problem.
All right, next one. All right.
This looks very familiar.
This looks familiar to me, too.
This looks very familiar.
The slogan is live in the pulse of it all.
Okay.
Live in the pulse of it all. Look,
with
they didn't
bunk beds.
even whose room is that?
That looks like a college kid's room.
That looks like a set on a show about college. Sex Lives of College Girls.
No plugs for your own show, Rob. By the way, welcome back.
I'm always plugging. Season 3 of Sex Lives of College Girls, streaming now. The #1 show on Max, by the way.
That's awesome.
Shout out to the girls.
All right, but don't let this distract you. I think a lot of these places are showing off the common area. Then we have the living room down there.
The common area
bathroom.
looks really fun. I could see having a party there and inviting all my bros over to bro out and talk about God.
This is not a cult one, though. This is not a cult. I don't think. I have a theory. I'm going to go in front of it and say, Viva La Viva, Viva La Viva in Hollywood.
To me, this looks like a place right by my CVS.
Okay.
On San Fernando Road in
Glendale. You're right.
I think this is Glendale, California.
You're right.
I think it's called. This is not it, but I'm using my gifts.
Yeah.
I think it's called Softbox. Softbox. All right. One word. Softbox. Glendale, California.
Carson, do you know the answer to this?
I do not know.
All right, take a guess. What do you think?
Yeah.
Where do you think it's located?
I was thinking Chicago.
Okay.
Illinois. I was thinking New York first, but then I'm going with Chicago.
And give us a name if you got one.
You can't go wrong. Don't say Softbox.
No.
Don't
pick
Softbox. I'm going with the pulse hint, and I'm going to go with the club.
Ooh.
The Club.
Okay.
Oh, God. If it's
Here we go. Titan Court, Eugene, Oregon. We are so wrong.
Titan Court. That's a movie.
Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, Oregon.
We were all wrong. The cops have fired us. Clearly, my psychic abilities, I taxed them. Wes, give us a recap.
Well, you're tied 1-1.
Yes.
That's huge.
All right, Rob, that is the end of the dark web.
Wow,
but
we barely scratched the surface of the dark web.
There's so much out
so
there.
much to explore, so much
many
upsetting stuff, but also funny, hopefully.
Make sure that you are watching every week. New episodes will be dropping.
If you want to know anything about what's on the dark web, just leave us a comment below and we will dig our hands into the murky underbelly of the internet and report back to you.
Hit us up on our socials. We'll see you next week for a brand new episode of The Dark Web.
Bye.